Senator Paterson, you've heard Richard Marles critical of the comments on Andrew Bolt's program last night by Peter Dutton, saying that he's billed the cat in relationship to the deal with the United States. What are your reflections on that this morning?
Thanks, Kieran. Yes, I did hear Richard there. I think he's probably had a couple of extra shots of coffee this morning, got a little bit excited about this. I'm not sure what the new revelations here are, Kieran. The facts are these. Australia has agreed to take some Central American refugees currently in Costa Rica that were bound for America. That is known and has been known for some time. The United States has agreed to take some refugees on Manus Island and Nauru that were bound for Australia. That has been known for some time. There's nothing new on the table this morning, Kieran, than there wasn't yesterday. There's nothing new to be excited about here.
Well, what's new is the fact that Mr Dutton made it pretty clear that one is now contingent upon the other. That's what's new.
Well, I think it's just common sense, Kieran, that these two agreements have been publicly known for some time. It's clear there's a connection between them. How direct that connection is, I don't think is really all that important. The clear thing is the United States has agreed to take a number of asylum seekers from Manus Island and Nauru. That's a really good thing because ultimately this government would like to close Manus Island and Nauru. They were reopened by a previous government, and we would ultimately like to close them, and we've secured a really good deal for Australia with the United States to achieve that end.
The Prime Minister is very strongly in support of the Israeli nation today in the Australian newspaper against that UN Security Council resolution late last year which said that the Israelis had defied international law with some of their settlement activity. Is this going too far given how the Israeli approach to settlements is in flagrant, I suppose, opposition to the prospect of any resumption of peace talks with the Palestinians?
Not at all, Kieran. I was really pleased to read the Prime Minister's article this morning in The Australian. It was a very strong statement of long-standing Australian policy to be supportive of Israel, including at the United Nations, which has been shockingly biased and one-sided against Israel in a really shameful way. The truth is, Kieran, that although Australia has warned Israel against settlement expansion, and although we do strongly support a two-state solution, the truth is, Kieran, that settlements are not the main roadblock to peace in the Israel-Palestinian conflict. People who choose to focus and talk about settlements really are ignoring much deeper, more underlying questions. In every peace settlement that has been negotiated but not reached between the Israelis and the Palestinians, settlements has been one of the easier things to resolve. They only represent about 1.5% of the West Bank by territory. The Israelis have always said they will do a land swap for Israeli territory to make sure that those post-67 borders remain basically the same. This is not the main issue in the conflict, Kieran.
Okay. Senator Paterson, appreciate your time. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.